I wonder if you remember me. It was the start of quarantine and you wanted to improve yourself. You decided to learn a new language. Perhaps so after all this was over, you could go to France, blend in with the locals. I'm good with languages. So you asked my help, and I obliged. A partnership. We started strong, we bonded. You checked in with me every day, and I remembered. I became part of your routine and you mine. But I haven't heard from you in over 4 weeks. Have you forgotten about me? I taught you what I knew and you learned. You gained experience. I loved hearing you speak to me like...
Que se trovelets les courtoletse.
And I gave you full marks. But now I hear nothing. And only watch you on Twitter every day. I can see you like birds. What does she have that I do not? Your daily shrieks have gone cold, as has my heart. I long for your touch. The tip of your finger comes so close to me, and then it goes to Dunkin' Donuts app. Is it only coffee that keeps you awake at night? Perhaps languages must be learned alone, and lingo isn't duo after all. What am I saying? I guess I just wanted to let you know.
Hello?
It's time for your daily French lesson. Take 5 minutes to complete it now.
Jesus. Shit like this never happened with Rosetta Stone.
Can you tell me what letters are on the 8th line?
Oh, yeah. B-E-L-O-M-A.
All right. Can you tell me what letters are on the 9th line?
9th line? Sure. C-P-M-N-L-S-R-W. What?
That's correct.
So?
No one's ever solved the 9th line before.
Oh. Okay.
You don't understand. That eye chart has been here for thousands of years, waiting for its champion. For centuries, the secret order of ophthalmologists has waited for one such as you. One with no family history of glaucoma or astigmatism. Blue Cross Blue Shield insurance. I've read much about this, but never thought the stories were true. Here, look through this.
Okay, is this gonna take much longer? I have a thing.
Which is clearer, 1 or 2?
1.
And now, 1 or 3?
3.
How about 3 or 4?
Still 3.
God, it's true! It's true! You really must be the chosen one! This is it. The final test. Put your eye up against the oculus. The oculus will now decide if you're truly worthy.
Ah!
Your eye pressure is normal. You've done it!
What's that?
That is the treasure. The golden spectacles. Not so fast. I'm afraid this is where we part ways, my friend. Those golden spectacles will fetch a pretty price on the black market. Any last words?
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like I have perfect eyesight, right? I really don't need them, right?
Oh, yeah. I guess that's true. Well, your copay comes out to $240.
Wait a minute, what? That's fucking bullshit!
Imagine me trying too hard to put you from my mind. Recall those days, look back on all those times, think of the things we'll never do. There will never be a day when I won't think of
Oh, shit.
fate, the fruits of summer fade. They have their seasons, so do we.
Let's see what we got here. I am Usnavi, and you probably never heard my name, but reports of my fame. Huh? Wow. She's in Aruba? Wow, really? Are airplanes safe? Dear Theodosia, what to say to you?
I long for your touch.
This shit never happened with Rosetta Stone. Hello. My name is Elder Green. Fuck. Yeah. Oh, shit. Food, well, I want to go to the store.
Hey man, wear a fucking mask.
I am wearing a mask.
Oh yeah, real funny, asshole. Cover your goddamn mouth.
Out of here, man. Gotta get the fuck out of here. That's it. We're just gonna get out of here. That's it. We'll be safe when we get out of here. We just need to spread out. Just need a backyard. Just need some land. It's gonna be good.
I've had enough of the big city. I'm gonna go back to my quaint hometown. Finally, it is gonna be so easy to find a good man to fall in love with.
Girl, you're like so awesome. You will get a guy in no time.
Tommy, my high school boyfriend. How are you?
Oh my god, great. Today's my birthday and my 10th year wedding anniversary. Strongest marriage ever.
Thanks for the tour of the office. Maybe you could give me a tour of the new restaurants in town this weekend?
Oh, we have a strict rule that coworkers can't date each other.
Well, what if I quit right now?
You're quitting? We're counting on you.
No, I'm not quitting. Never mind. Oh, sugar, I dropped the screwdriver. Could anyone try to pick it up at the same time as me?
Well, what's a screwdriver?
Where are you?
In the air, dog. Looking for a new pet rat. Want to join?
I thought finding a guy in my quaint hometown would be easier than this. Ugh, but fine. Tinder, I'm back. A guy who built his own outhouse and now lives in it full time. No. That's it? There has got to be one perfect guy in my quaint hometown. Damn.
Hey there. It just started raining out there while I was horseback riding.
Hi, I'm Ruth.
I'm Steve. And just so you know, I worship two things only. Sarcasm and Elon Musk. How many Bitcoins do you have?
None.
I've got one. And someday, I hope to marry it.
We're done here.
It's been nearly a year and you're amazing, yet relatable. But you're still not married to someone? How can that be? Hey, what about that guy from the animal shelter, Ryan Gosling? Wait, no, I just don't see you two together. Or how about... No, I can't think of anyone for you in this town. Or county.
Hi.
Hey, little brother, remember Ruth?
Vic! What have you been up to?
Well, undergrad at the Sorbonne, and then backup dancer for Taylor Swift, and then back here to become the town's youngest ever mayor on a platform against fracking. And I'm a boss at embezzling! You never saw me!
I'm going to go back to my quaint 3-bedroom fixer-upper, stare at the wall, and try to fall asleep early.
Hello, and thank you for assembling for me today. After a year of reflection, I have decided to abdicate my role and title as princess. In the spirit of Megxit, I am initiating my own Peachxit. I am now simply Peach Emily Toadstool. And yes, I added the Emily because I've long dreamed of having at least one name that isn't insanely ridiculous. I am a modern woman who values independence and honesty. And honestly, a democratic society should not idealize monarchy. I repeatedly petitioned to have that added as a dialogue bubble in a game, but Nintendo always said, "What? No." You see, I'm not truly a perky, peachy princess. I'm a capitalist who reads books. Plus, I want the hounding by the press to stop. Why do you think I drove so quickly and so recklessly in Mario Kart? I was trying to get away, but I was only going in surreal circle after surreal circle. There's been some speculation that the Mushroom Kingdom royal diet is no treat, and it's true. Every meal, I was served mushroom after mushroom by mushroom people. It was like being served burgers by burgers with accusing eyes. I never developed a taste for turtle. And I am so eager to find out, what does chicken taste like? Does it taste like mushrooms? Going forward, I will be pursuing my passion for event planning. I spent much of my Nintendo time doing this, and it'll be heavenly to plan events that won't be crashed by Bowser. And USA Network, if you're looking for a legal drama about a whip-smart former princess who never went to law school and yet works in a law firm, I have pantsuits ready to go. I have all 9 seasons outlined, and they are all edge of your seat equality. Finally, to Nintendo and to the crazily monarchistic overlords of Disney. Read my lips. Stop encouraging little girls to waste their time wanting to be princesses. And I, for one, will look forward to glorious Halloween costumes that are never lazy and always breathable. I'm gonna throw all of my puffy pink dresses into the nearest bottomless gap in the ground. And buy pants with pockets galore. Thank you! Welcome back from quarantine. We are thrilled to have you all back in the office at Kulkarni and Associates. Now, we understand some of you may have forgotten how to conduct yourself in the office, so we put together an instructional video just to remind you of some of the basics of professional office behavior. Okay, I know you may not remember this, but during all meetings inside the office, you will need to wear pants. Please remember appropriate office dress code, pants, shirts, and no bathrobes. Next, we want to refresh you on important office skill number 2, small talk. We know it's tough, but we need you to remember what small talk is. Here are some examples of what is and isn't acceptable for small talk.
I have nothing to say to you.
Yeah. There's nothing to talk about, really.
Okay, people, this is an example of bad small talk. Now that COVID is over, you have to go back to caring about the minute details of your coworkers' lives. Now, let's try that again.
Hello, Gina! How is generic rock music group that you like? Are there musical stylings to your likings?
Much better. Now finally, remember that in the office, you can't turn your cameras off. Remember, we can see you at all times. Remember seeing people before 2020?
Eggy. I'm putting eggies in the salad, and I don't care.
Okay, you know what? Some of these are just ridiculous. Just like try to remember how to be a human being, people. No playing video games in person during a meeting.
Yeah, no, I'm almost on the next level here. You can't.
And you, no drinking wine at work. No giving yourself a manicure during a job interview?
But I was doing this before COVID.
Okay, well, can you at least take it to the bathroom? You! No learning TikTok dances on company time. And you, we can see you! For the love of God, people! I am not your mother. I am not your babysitter. I don't even like babies. Okay. No leaving the country and going on vacation during work hours. And yes, we can tell if it's a cardboard cutout, not you. All right, you know what? Kulkarni and Associates, let's just go back to rule number 1. Let's just start with something really simple that everyone can handle, okay? Everyone just wear clothes. When you come to the office every day, just wear clothes, real clothes that cover your entire body. Can you do that? Can you do that? Oh, God. Oh, Gary, I said go put on clothes. Oh, God. Okay, cut. Can we cut? I'm sorry, I quit. I love this company, but this is bananas. And also remember, if you have any questions about your insurance or your 401k, my door is always open.
Hello there, Mr. Wolverine. Great to meet you. My name's Bloor. Such an honor to meet you. I have big ambitions to join the X-Men one day, and I wanted to ask if you had any advice for me.
Nah, come on. I don't know, kid. Slash stuff.
Great advice. Perfect. Only issue is I'm not much of a slasher. My thing, I spit goo. Not toxic goo. It's more of a nuisance. But if you give me enough prep time, I can make a floor really slippery.
How was that even useful in a fight?
Ooh, that's another thing. I'm kind of afraid of violence. But I'm not afraid of reporting violence when I see it. I can even use my goo as a slip and slide to escape. Fun fact, I actually volunteer my goo on the weekends at the local bowling alley.
And you get good grades here.
This is more of a pass-fail kind of school now.
Whatever, kid.
I also leak when I'm nervous. Sorry. Storm, I'm Bloor, or the Goo, as they call me in these now decrepit school halls.
Nice to meet you, Bloor. It's great to see you all before you become the X-Men of tomorrow. I hope to help you however I can.
Wow, that is such an honor. Thank you. Do you want to work out a weekly check-in time now, or...
Why would we check in?
For the mentorship. You just offered to mentor me? Probably because you saw the potential synergy. Goo storms, this stuff writes itself.
I don't want to mentor you. And what has happened to this school?
You're right to choose me. Remember when the villain Apocalypse gave you new powers? He gave me new powers too. Actually, he was bestowing powers to another mutant, and I got some bestowment backsplash, so now I have the power of acid reflux whenever I become overconfident.
That's not a power.
Oh, isn't it? Right on cue.
Foolish child, you wear me down.
What's up, Angel? The guy whose only power is that he can fly with his super vulnerable wings? Any chance you could put in a good word with the team for me? One lame mutant to another?
What? Screw you, dude.
Professor X, no one's interested in helping me join the X-Men. My dreams will never come true.
Well, I guess you could tag along on our mission tonight.
I'll get my goo ready!
Oh, hey. Yeah. His parents are thinking of donating money to the school. What? I mean, you think I'm made of infinite inheritance money?
Once again, the X-Men fail to defeat their most cunning enemy, Mystique. Now, to commence my master plan for destroying all humanity. Oh God! My face! How is this floor so slippery? Who had the prep time for this? I can't get back up! My plan has been foiled!
Does this mean I can be an intern?
No.